So, I'm back here in Milton, Florida, and the movie gallery, the abandoned movie gallery. My God, this store, it closed over 6 years ago, and nothing's replaced it. It's still there. It's still broken down. It's weird. Movie gallery was a big part of my childhood. It was, I think, a big part of many people's childhoods. Movie gallery was a pretty prominent chain of video stores, of video rental stores, based in the Southeast United States. And video stores were a big thing. And movie gallery was really the biggest one here in this area, in this town, circa, I think it must have opened 1987, 88. There were a lot of video stores here. In Milton, at one point, there were, I mean, upwards to a half dozen to a dozen little tiny mom and pop shops. But movie gallery was the first chain. Before Blockbuster. I mean, Blockbuster did not really even open a store here until 2002, 2003, maybe even a little bit later, but there was movie gallery here, movie gallery. Now actually, this was not the original movie gallery store. Actually, if we go over a little ways back there's an area where that was the first movie gallery. It was in the same shopping center. It was the same shopping center. And that was the first movie gallery that I say opened, as I say, around 87, 88. It must have been around that time. I remember the first time we went into movie gallery, and movie gallery was like one of those early video stores where it was a video club, and you had to pay like this membership of, I don't know how many, $20, $30, $40 a year or something. And then you got into the club, and then you could rent movies. And but we were like, screw that, because there was a lot of little mom and pop stores that did not have, you know, that type of thing. Did not have a club fee, whatever. And so, you know, as the late 80s and the early 90s rolled on, that fee eventually, they dropped that. And so then you could just go and get a membership for free and rent movies. So many of my formative memories. The first time I rented the Star Wars in widescreen, the first time I saw Night Beast and the Aliens Deadly Spawn and Martin and Death Dream and take your pick of any shot on video, The Dead Pit, the Basket Case sequels, Maniac Cop, well, not Maniac Cop, but I mean the back catalog that the movie gallery had, they were just a wonderful store. I love the logo, I love the design of the store, movie gallery. It was great. But and then around 95, 96, movie gallery moved from that location, and the other side of the shopping center in Six Flags moved over here to this building. And they brought with them a lot more videos. They changed their stock. They changed some stuff up. And I remember from this store, I bought a mint big box of Octoman and I Dismember Mama. And they had the stock in this store was particularly good. I mean, they had some really rare vintage VHS that was really quite incredible. And so I moved away and I moved back, and you know, this movie gallery was still going into the mid-2000s, the mid-2010s. Movie gallery was a small chain, and then it survived the 90s, survived the shakeup amidst the, you know, the consolidation of Blockbuster and Hollywood Video and some of the bigger family videos and the bigger regional chains. Movie gallery was one of the bigger regional chains. And they had some success in the late 90s and the early 2000s with DVD. This was kind of the last gasp of the home video industry, and the home video industry did get a shot in the arm. This is something that a lot of people don't talk about. It did get a shot in the arm in the late 90s and the early 2000s with DVD. There was an explosion in interest in DVD, in companies and people rebuying stuff and, you know, watching stuff on DVD. It was a bit of it was kind of a little bit before streaming and Netflix really started taking hold, circa, you know, 27, 28, 29, 2009, 2010, when that stuff began to kind of kill home video. Home video was still kind of alive there at that point, and movie gallery really, they did a big business in kind of niche home video, LGBT stuff. You'd go into movie gallery and there would be, like, you know, the Klaus Nomi documentary and all of this stuff about, you know, the rainbow colored. It was weird to see in this little tiny redneck town, you know, there was this movie gallery that was stocking all this stuff, because I mean that was what home video was successful in, the niche stuff, LGBT and horror and sci-fi. My God, that's the ultimate niche, and they stocked it. So in the late 90s and the early 2000s, this movie gallery location was still doing well, and they were stocking a lot of DVDs. They moved over, but they still had, in the middle of their store, they still had the horror section, and they still had a lot of rare tapes, and they had more rare, and it was like a consolidation. They'd gotten a lot of more rare tapes. A lot of their tapes, though, they sold off, and I found them in this video store in Alabama, this little shack. Randomly, I found all the videos that were at the other Blockbuster location. A lot of the big box, Herschel Gordon Lewis films and stuff. And I didn't have enough money to buy all of them, and the ones I have I've sold them on eBay, or, you know, I consolidated a lot of my VHSs. But so that stuff, a lot of the stuff did not transfer to this movie gallery location, but a lot of it did, and there was a lot of different stuff, as I said. Oh man, now you look at it and it's bare, you know. I mean, I was here, you know, every time I go here, I have to go back to this place. It's like a kind of a mecca, you know. This entire shopping plaza is, for me, I spent a lot of my childhood, you know, here. There was, on the other end of the shopping plaza, there was this movie theater. It was a 2-screen movie theater, and outside of it there was a marquee, and I'd see, like, I remember vividly the posters for RoboCop and Return of the Living Dead. A lot of posters there, and watching movies there. Man, watched The Abyss, Creepshow 2, the last couple of Friday the 13th films from Paramount, Jason Takes Manhattan, Gremlins 2, and it was all in this little shopping center in the middle of nowhere. But the movie gallery was something particularly important. Yeah, man, it's weird. This thing still kind of exists. I mean, this building still exists. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, like the movie theater is long gone. It burnt down. They rebuilt it and everything. But the movie gallery is still here, and You look at the shelving is still there, the logos are still there. It has declined. I mean, when I was here a few years ago, there was a little more stuff going on. You saw a little, there's a little more of the movie gallery signage. Now it's stripped bare, but it's not totally stripped bare. So, wow. Wow. It's a trip down memory lane. Movie gallery, an incredible theater movie chain. I don't know if there are any movie galleries that still exist out there. I think they're all gone. I think they all shut down. You know, after the spike in popularity, the little just shot in arm that DVD gave them, there was just a sad decline, and a sad decline in the home video industry in general, the home video rental industry, because of streaming and everything. And so I'm sure this is not the only decrepit, crumbling movie gallery that exists across the United States. I'm sure there are many of these kind of shrines that exist. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has any fond memories of the movie gallery, but wow, it sure was a great store. It sure was a great video store.
On behalf of the motion picture industry, welcome to the world of home video entertainment.